All right, Logan, I'm turning this on for you. We just went over the.
Oh, you're cold.
Huh?
You're cold.
But I'm going to upload them so you can see them.
Love you, Mom.
Okay. So Chloe correctly responded why this one's not factorable. This is a square, yes.
6x plus 7y.
No, you cannot factor it because it is a sum. You can only factor if it is a difference. Difference of perfect squares factors. This is a sum of perfect squares. Sum of perfect squares does not factor. It is prime, not factorable. It only factors with imaginary numbers. It will not factor with real numbers. So we say it is not factorable. No, Chloe, for getting that. So this one is not factorable because of the plus. Okay. Not factorable because of the plus. Do y'all understand that?
Yeah.
If it was a minus, how would it have factored? If it had been a minus, well, how would it have factored?
6x plus 7y, 6x minus 7y.
Yep. Had it been a minus, it would have factored this way. But because it was a plus, it was not factorable. Okay. 143. 10a cubed plus 45a squared minus 175a. Okay, we always start with GCF. Do you see one?
Mm-hmm.
What is it, Zonil?
A and 5.
A 5 and an A. So I'll pull that out. 5a out of 10a cubed will leave me with 2a squared. 5a out of 45a squared will leave me with plus 9a. 5a out of negative 175a will leave me with negative 35, not an a. I already pulled the a out. Negative 35. Good so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so we did a GCF. What's left is not a DOPS. So then we say, is it a PST? No, because that's not a square. So then we say, is it a Trix? No, because that's not a 1. So the only thing that's left is gentry. So to do gentry, I multiply 2 times negative 35. That gives me negative 70. I need two numbers that multiply to give me negative 70. When you subtract them, you get 9. All right. So I'm just going to write down pairs, and y'all tell me when I hit a pair that you subtract will give you 9. Then we'll put the signs on it. 1 and 70, 2 and 35, 5 and, let's see, 5 going to that one, 5 and 14,
That's
7, and there we go, 5 and 14. Now to get my signs right, I want a positive 9, so it's got to be positive 15.
Positive 14 minus 5.
Positive 14 minus 5, so I draw a box. And there is a prescribed order for the first and the last. They have to go there. Then these two can go in either one, and you add an A to them. Guys, if you have figured out what you're doing is you're making the middle, you're breaking the middle term down into two pieces. So 14a plus negative 5a makes 9a. And now we do GCF 4 times. And I'm going to call on people. So unmute you and tell me. So Grayson, what's the GCF of these two?
Just A.
Just an A. All right. Derek, what's the GCF of these two?
An A, I mean 7.
A 7. All right. Let me turn the chat back on so I can see it. All right. Emmanuel, what's the GCF of these two? And then Mary, can you tell me these two?
That would be negative 5.
Okay. Merrick told me negative 5 because the power player is negative. Emmanuel, honey, look one more. You fixed it before I even called on it. 2a squared and 14a, the GCF is 2a. Okay. Now I'm just going to double check my work. 2a times a is 2a squared, check. 2a times 7 is 14a, check. -5 times a is -5a, check. -5 times 7 is -35, check. So when I write my final answer, there's the 5a I already pulled out. 2a minus 5a plus 7. Chloe, does that fix you?
Yeah.
What did you mess up or what did you not get?
After us doing the completing the square things, that and factoring has gotten like mixed up and stuff. So my brain's just not working.
Gotcha. All right, does anybody else need me
When
to
that
do
happens.
any of the factoring or solving by factoring? All right, now, to make life easy for the checking, I took pictures of all the problems that that were pictures, and I'm going to open them up and show them to you, and I'm gonna give you a few minutes to check. I will upload all of these after we Zoom, okay? So I'm starting with this one. This is 118 and 119. Can y'all see it on my screen?
Nope.
No, you can't. You still,
I see your
you still
paper.
see my ladybug, don't you?
I see your paper.
All right, well, let me fix the little wrong one. There's too many. Okay, let me new share. Okay. Can you see the problem now? Okay, so please real quick, check your work on 118 and 119. If you messed up, fix it. And then I'll show you the next set of problems.
I did it.
I will upload these when we get through Zooming. So make sure you've checked your work. If you need to change it, change it. If you need to ask me about either of these, you may ask me. And I think we lost somebody. It bings when somebody leaves and when somebody enters. Let's see who we lost. We lost one of Derek, but he may still be able to hear on his phone because he always logs in twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got everybody except Derek.
What are you doing, Grayson?
Dancing, apparently. Oh, okay, you can see he's logging back onto his computer. All right, does anyone else need any more time on 18 and 19? Because then I'm going to go to the next picture.
We all need more time.
No.
Derek, did you say you needed more time?
No, Sam didn't.
Okay, so speak now if you need more time, because otherwise I'm going to the next one.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yep. All right, let me go to the next one then.
Bang, bang, bang.
All right, let's see here.
Bang, bang.
I don't know how to go to the next one. I'm gonna have to, oh, that ain't how I wanted to go to the next one. Okay, let me close out of that. And, all right, screen sharing is paused. All right, let me go back to the next one. Once I find it, I'll share again. Okay, there you go. I'll let you back in 2 seconds, Derek, when I get Zoom pulled back up. All right, share that. Let him back in. Wait a minute, I think it lets you back in on it. It doesn't show me the waiting room. I'm thinking it lets you back in. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so the one I was confused on was 121.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. It cut you out there in a minute. The one you were confused on was which one?
121. I tried it and I did the Woodsway chart, but it was still confusing to me.
Okay, right down here, that's the Woodsway chart for 121.
Yeah, I see it. I don't know. I did the times -1, then the +2, but I ended up getting weird numbers. I don't know what I did.
I did something weird on 123.
Okay, all the correct answers are here. See if you can find your mistakes. If I need to do them, I will. but I want to make sure I review the new stuff. Well, new
I
stuff.
found it.
You found your mistake?
Yep. Subtraction error.
Ah,
I said 1 minus 4 equals -1.
Yes, that's my.
that would make a difference.
Only 2 points were wrong, and that would explain a lot.
Guys, if your graph doesn't look like a parabola, you've done something wrong, you know.
I genuinely don't know what I did because now I'm redoing it. And it looks like your thing. I literally have no idea what it is.
Sometimes you just have a brain meltdown.
Yeah. Because when I originally did it, I got my first point at -4, and then I got my second point at -3.
Okay, who knows? All right, does anybody need me to leave this any longer?
Three.
And okay, is that a yes, Zonell?
One better.
Zonell, was that a yes?
And he looked.
Zonell, was that a yes? You need to leave it a little longer? Zonell,
Sorry, my mic was off.
do you need me to leave it a little longer, or have you got it?
No, ma'am, I got all of them.
Okay, and guys, I'm going to upload all these to LMS, so if you need to go back, you can be able to go back and look at them as long as you need. All right, so I'm going to go on to the 124, 125, and 126 now. Oh, that ain't.
What?
Let's see here. If that's not going to get me what I want. All right, I'm going to close. It's going to stop sharing. I'm going to find the other picture, the next picture, which is here. All right, now let me share that one back for you. Okay. So here is 124, 125, 126. Make sure when you do them on your test tomorrow that you make the difference between dotted and solid. And I forgot to write, this one is solid. The bar underneath it makes it solid. If you see an inequality sign, you have to shade. So check your 3 on 124, 125, 26 and tell me if I need to work anything. You've got to shade when you do the inequality ones. You graph the parabola just like normal. You make it solid or dotted, and then you have to shade.
The bottom one's weird, 126.
Yep, because of the third. Whoops. Well, that's how you advance. Who knew? The third makes it weird.
Oh.
The third, it makes it weird because it's or not a third, excuse me, the half.
Half.
Makes it
I
weird.
missed 126.
All right, let's do 126. Y'all fix your 124 and 125, and then we'll do 126.
So for my birthday, my mom got a banner, and it's got like little germs all over it with like
I'm sorry.
masks on.
Do what?
I said for my birthday, I was just looking back, my mom got a banner, and it's like a bunch of little like germs with like masks on like that. It's like a quarantine birthday thing. So it's funny.
When was your birthday?
Today.
Today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Can I
Grayson.
sing him happy
Let's
birthday,
all-
please?
We're gonna sing.
Why? Please
Ready?
don't.
Wait a minute, let me
Yeah, Grayson's.
let me unshare. We're gonna sing. So everybody ready? Happy birthday
Birthday
to you.
you.
Way
Happy
off.
birthday to
you. Happy birthday, dear Grayson. Happy
birthday to you.
I was so off from lag. Holy
I know.
Go ahead.
You like that, Grayson?
Emmanuel said he's singing on mute. Just so you know, Emmanuel was singing on mute.
Thank
Okay.
you, Amanda. That's great.
All right. Here is, let's do 126. Then we're going to review the stuff for today. All right. Can everybody see this?
Yes.
Let me see if I can get it to focus better. All right.
Oh,
So
gosh.
first thing I got to find is negative b over 2a.
Okay.
So what is b in this problem? Anybody?
4, -4.
B is 4. So when I make it a negative b, I make it -4 over 2. What's a in this problem?
-1/2.
Okay. So 2 times -1/2 is
1, -1.
-1. -4 divided by -1 is +4. Everybody good so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once we got the +4, we plug that back in to find the y value. And some of you are struggling on the plugging it back in. So when I plug it back in, I do order of operations. Order of operations
16.
is I have to do exponents first. So it's going to be -1/2 times 16, because 4 squared is 16, plus 4 times 4, which is going to be 16. So y'all, what's -1/2 of 16?
8. -8.
-8. So -8 plus 16, that's 8, minus 4 is 4. So my
I had a
vertex,
sign error.
so my vertex is 4, 4. Then I write 1, 3, 5, and I multiply it by -1/2.
Oh, wow.
-1/2, -3/2, -5/2. So I go down a half and over 1. Then I go down 3/2 and over 1. Then I go down 5/2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/2 and over 1. And 5/2 over here and over 1. It's going to be solid.
Woo!
I missed that point totally, but anyway.
He's close enough.
Yeah, very good. All right, now I test 0, 0. I can always test 0, 0 unless the parabola goes through 0, 0. So come back up here to the original, and everywhere there's a y, put a 0, and everywhere there's an x, put a 0. So 0 is less than 1/2 times 0, that's 0. 4 times 0, that's 0. 0 plus 0 minus 4. 0 is less than -4, true or false? 0 is less
False.
than -4 is false. So 0, 0 is false. So I can't shade 0, 0. So 0, 0 is outside the parabola. So I shade inside. So all of these points in here would make it true. All these points out here would make it false.
I got everything right except my vertex.
Y'all good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's review the stuff for today. Okay, turn in your packet, please, to 165.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right, so, guys, your test tomorrow can cover anything that we did yesterday, which was 118 to 126, and then
What did you say?
to 164. And then your test tomorrow can cover anything from 165 through the end of the packet, which ends on 234. I'm not going to make you do all of those for homework because that's a wad of problems, and I'm not going to make you do all of those, but I'm telling you that anything that you find in there can be on the test tomorrow. So what I want to do is I want to make sure I try to do one of each one of them. Okay. And Emmanuel, I know you have to go at 11, and I'm making a video of this for Logan because I don't know where he is yet again today. And
Hi, Logan.
Huh?
I said, hi, Logan.
Oh,
Hey, Logan.
So we're saying hello to you, Logan, if you're going to watch this. All right. So after we've reviewed, before Emmanuel has to get off for church history, I will tell you exactly how many I want you to do for homework. Okay, so look with me at problem 166. The square root of negative 392. How do I do that problem?
Factor tree.
Factor tree. So it's negative 1 times positive 392. What goes into 392?
392.
2.
2. And 2 goes
Oh,
in. I'm getting my calculator. 392 divided by 2 is 196. What goes into 196?
What the heck?
2.
2.
Columbus.
And 196 divided by 2 is 98. What goes into 98?
2.
2 goes in 49. And what goes into 49?
7. And 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what can I take out? A
And
7
heartless.
7.
and a 2
And a 1. Well, the
and
I.
and an I. So I can pull out 14I. And what stays inside? What stays inside?
Which problem is this again?
166.
14.
Grayson, quit doing what
No,
you
sorry.
answer the question that I asked. What stays inside?
14's 2.
2. So which answer on the multiple choice is that?
14I and 2 on the inside.
Okay. Y'all with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want to do problem number 170. What kind of problem is 170? I'm looking for a
Foiling.
word. It's what?
Foiling.
It is FOIL. You write it out twice,
Oh, fuck.
and we're going to FOIL it. All right. So let me call on people, and you can either say it out loud or you can text it to me. So we'll start with Grayson because he's the top of my screen. What's the first, Grayson?
On 70. The first, boil it. So 7 times 7
Yes.
is 49.
Okay. Derek, what's the outer?
Negative 42.
Negative 42.
42I.
Okay.
Sorry.
Merrick, what's the inner?
You mean negative 6 times 7, right?
Yeah.
Negative 42i.
Okay. And Zonell, what's the last? Don't simplify it. Just tell me what the last is purely.
Okay. Positive 36I squared.
Okay. Emmanuel, tell me what this positive 36I squared becomes. Very nice. Emmanuel says negative 36 because I squared is negative 1. Very nice, Mr. Emmanuel. All right, let's see who I hadn't called on. Chloe, what should I do next?
You have to combine both of the 42s,
Okay.
and you get negative 84i, and then you combine the 36 and the 49 to get 13.
Yep, positive 49 and negative 36 is 13. Remember that the real part goes in front of the imaginary part. That one wasn't multiple choice. That was a free response. And that's the answer, 13 minus 84i. Any
That wasn't
questions?
hard.
No, not bad. Okay, so that's a multiplication. Now let's do a division. $173 is the one I'm doing now. Okay, cannot have an I in the denominator, so what do I do?
Don't you change the number of the I on the denominator and put denominator over both sides with the I change?
Well, I think, yes. Emmanuel gave me the correct word. I find the conjugate at the bottom, which is what I think Merrick's trying to describe.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I just don't remember what to
Conjugate
say.
of negative 5 minus 9i is negative 5 plus 9i. You leave the first one the same, and you change the I part. So -5 plus 9i, and you put that on the top and the bottom. Then what do you do?
Don't you FOIL out top and bottom?
Foil the top and you foil the bottom. Okay, y'all, on your own. Foil me the top, foil me the bottom. Now, when you do the bottom, it should come out to be a whole number. When you do the top, it's going to have some i's in it. So foil out the bottom, foil out the top, and then once you've got an answer, text to me whether it's A, B, C, or D. So foil me out the top, and while y'all doing that, I need to run to the restroom. So foil me out the top, foil me out the bottom, and I'll be right back.
Whoa, dude.
So yesterday, I got this hover cart. It's a thing that goes into my hoverboard. It's like a little go-kart. It's very fun to mess around with.
They put a Doge on that.
Yes, I can actually go really fast. It goes like 7 miles per hour. The
Oh, he can
hoverboard
go
goes
fast, y'all. He's a vroom vroom boy.
Yeah, vroom vroom. My mom says I look like Professor X.
You must
Did you
put
guys
a
get
Doge
D?
on it.
What?
Yep.
What did you say?
Did you guys get D?
Sure.
That's what I got. Derek, nice hair. You look like a broccoli.
Oh, shoot.
A little Patrick the Sea Star there.
Yeah, it goes on to Colton got it for out of
Looks
the.
Looks like a plumbus for like the first time I saw it.
He does. He hooks onto your cereal bowl like that. We're waiting on Miss Woods to come back from the bathroom. So where's Colton? Huh? We're waiting on Miss Woods to come back from the bathroom.
Does she always go to the bathroom?
Sometimes. She gives us a problem. We do it.
All righty.
Wait.
Let's see if anybody has got me an answer.
Probably.
Okay,
D.
Derek gave me an answer. All the answers that have been texted to me so far are wrong.
I have an error somewhere, so I'm just trying to figure out where I made my error.
Derek, you're still not right, baby boy. Emmanuel, bada bing, bada boom. You got it.
So it's not D?
It is not.
What? Oh, I think I know what it is. What'd you say, Teresa?
Oh.
Chloe, you got it. If you need help, I'm working it out here on the screen.
A.
It is A. I think a lot of you,
Oh, I meant to put A.
you saw the 106 in the denominator and you immediately jumped on the answer with 106, but it is not.
Oh no, for my second
Huh?
For my second answer, I meant to put A. I saw B and I looked at A. I don't know. Mistakes.
Correct answer is A. You work it all out and you get this. -60 plus 2i over 106. But everything reduces by 2. -30 plus 1 over 53. So the correct answer is A. Guys, I don't know what y'all are doing. But y'all have a test tomorrow and an exam a week from today. All right. Questions on 173. Okay.
No.
All right, look at problem one. Let me find the next page I wanted to go to. Look with me at problem 181 and tell me what kind of problem 181 is. What kind of problem is 181?
Is it subtraction?
It is a subtraction problem. What do you do in a subtraction problem? Anybody? Same,
Subtract.
change, switch. So it becomes -8 minus 6 plus 7i minus i. That negative goes to both of them, not just the 6, it goes to the 7i also. Hey, keep, and Emmanuel put, what's KCP? Keep, change. What's the P?
Philip.
Oh, keep, change, flip. Keep, change, switch is what, yeah. Keep, change, switch. Keep this, change this, switch these. Then do like terms. These two are -14. These two are 6i. There's your answer. Questions about that? Okay, so we've reviewed the i's except for I1, positive, negative, negative, positive. Do y'all remember that? Okay. So let's review one from, any other questions about the i's? They're going to be on your test tomorrow. Any other questions about the i's? Okay. Let's review 189 to 200. Solve each equation by taking square roots. I would, oh, and I've screwed up. I didn't delete duplicate problems. Y'all look at your pack. Do you see that problem number 190, 193, and 197?
197, yeah.
Mark out 197, mark out 193. Then 192 and 195 are the same problem. Mark out 195. I thought I had culled them out, but I must not have.
196 and 200.
196, mark out 200. And
194 and 198.
Yeah, mark out 198. Now they should all be, 191 and 194. Mark out 194.
192 and 199.
Mark out 199. All right, so you should end up with 189, 190, 191, 192, and 196. We good? All right, I would like to do real quick problem one, let's see, which one do I want to do? Let's do 190. When you have a problem that doesn't have a term with a first power, when you've only got a second power problem, you can get the power by itself and do square roots. What would I have to do to this to get it by itself, the squared part?
Divide by -8.
Divide by -8. So now I have n squared equals -10. Now what? What do you do? Take square root. But what special thing do I have to do right here when I take the square root?
Put an I there?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Plus or minus?
Plus or minus, because there's always two of them. Now what Merrick said, this is a -10, which is a -1 times 2 times 5. All I can bring out is an I. So I have plus or minus I on the square root of 10. So how am I going to write that? I square root of 10, -I square root of 10. You with me? So that's how you do 189 to 196. I had to mark out 4 of them. You know what I think happened? I culled them out. I merged a couple of review packets and they had the duplicate problems, and so I culled them out. But what must have happened is this document, I lost it 3 times. I had to start over again. And I guess when I started over, I didn't catch that it didn't save my colon. Okay. So 201 to 226 are a lot of problems on finding the discriminant and solving by quadratic formula. I'm going to really cull it down before I ask you to do it for homework. But let's do one so we can make sure you know how to do it. This is discriminant, number and type of solutions in the quadratic formula. And then I'll tell you which ones that you can omit in tonight's homework, because there's duplicates. Let's just go ahead and eliminate the duplicates. Mark out 211, y'all.
Oh no, 211.
Mark out 211. Then let me see what other ones have duplicates. Mark out 224. Mark out 223. 210 is a duplicate of 203. Mark out 210. Thank you, Chloe. 201 is a duplicate of 207, so mark out 207. Let me see. I'm looking for. There's more duplicates on the back. Mark out 218. Good grief. Mark out 226. Mark out 217. Mark out 213.
213?
219 and 209.
Mark out 213.
219 and 209 are also duplicates.
219 and 209. So mark out 219. I'm trying to just keep one of each one. 203 and 214 are duplicate. No, they're not. 203 and 220. Mark out 220.
Jeez.
I thought I had done this. It must not have saved mine. I remember doing all this for you. Mark out
222 and 212.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Okay. And then I'll go back and repeat which ones you have. Mark out 208. I'll go back and repeat so that you know which ones.
Also 220, 212.
220. I'd already marked out 220.
No, 222.
Oh, 222? Yeah, 220. Mark out 222. Mark out 222. And mark out 225.
221 and 204 are the same.
Mark out 221.
Can we go over the ones we've marked out? Because I
Yes.
think I missed a few.
All right. So I'm going to make sure that I don't have any more duplicates. Okay. Everything from 201 to 206 is good. So 201 to 206, there's no duplicates.
Mm-hmm.
223 is another duplicate.
Mark out 207 and 208. Keep 209. Mark out 210 and 211. Keep 212. Okay. You good so far, Zonell? So we've marked out 207, 208, 209, or 207, 208, 210, and 211. Okay. Then mark out 13 and 14.
214, yeah.
Mark out 213, 214. Keep 215. Keep 216. Then mark out all the way to 226. From 217, mark out all the way to 226.
Okay.
Down. I thought I made this packet 200 problems and the print says 234. I just was all over the place. So let me just reiterate. These are the ones you got to keep. Okay. 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206, 209, 212, 215, 216. Those are the ones you keep. Are we good?
Did we ever work out 181?
Yes.
Yes, I worked it out.
Yeah, I think I zoned out during that moment.
It's sitting right here.
Oh.
Bruh.
All right. I need to work a quadratic formula one. Did y'all all get the ones I marked out? Count the ones that are left. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should have 10 of those left. Okay. Let's work one, and then we'll do one completing the square. And Emmanuel, I know you have to leave. I'll post the problems for you on LMS, okay, under today's assignment, so you know exactly what I'm holding you credit for. And you leave when you have to leave, because I know you have church history. All right, and I will upload this video for Logan anyway, so you can fast forward it and get to this part, okay, Mr. Emmanuel? All right, I want to work 201. That's the quadratic formula one I want to work. Is everybody with me? I'm sorry about all the duplicates. What, Merrick?
I said, yeah, I'm
Okay.
there.
201. The first thing it says is find the discriminant. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So what's b in this problem? It has to be equal to 0, and ours is. So what's b in this problem?
Which problem? I'm a little lost.
Well, honey, I've got it on the screen. Are you not looking at the screen? 201.
Oh, there it goes. It was lagging out.
Question on the table is, what is b?
-7.
So when I square -7, I get 49. Minus 4 times, what is a? What is a?
8,
And c?
6,
Okay. 4 times 8 is 32. I get my trusty calculator. 32 times 6 is 192. And it's a minus 192. 49 minus 192 is -143. So the question is, what's my discriminant? My discriminant is -143. Y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many roots and what type? I look at my chart.
It's a negative, so it's 2 irrational.
It's not too irrational.
Yeah.
imaginary.
Too imaginary.
Dang it. Try to do it from memory.
So negative makes imaginary numbers because the discriminant is under the square root. Then I do the quadratic formula. A negative boy was confused, so he went to a radical party, but because he was square, he missed out on 4 awesome chicks, all by 2 a.m. And I start plugging in. Negative b would be -7. That's +7. I don't have to do this again because I've already done it. -143.
Not gonna do it though.
2 times 8 is 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what do I need
9
to,
o'clock in the...
guys, what do I need to reduce in here?
Nothing.
Huh? There is something I need to
You need the -143.
Yep, it's -1 times 143, and 143 is prime, so I can't pull anything out except an I. 7 plus or minus I on the
And you
square.
can't reduce anything because the I is a 1.
Yep, can't reduce. So here's my two answers. 7 plus I on the square root of 143 over 16. 7 minus I on the square root of 143 over 16. Some of you on your quiz on Monday didn't put the pluses and the minus in the right place. So that's where they go. Okay. Any questions about that? And Mr. Emmanuel, if you need to cut a trail, you are welcome, because I don't want you to be late for your other Zoom. Now, for the rest of us, I want to do one completing the square, because you're going to have one of those on the exam tomorrow, or the test tomorrow. Okay. Any questions about this?
No.
Okay. So let me look and see if I made duplicates on completing the square. Turn with me to problem 29 through 30, or 229 through 234. There's no duplicates in there. No, Emmanuel, I'm not gonna make you do it all. I'll post on LMS exactly what the problems are for you. I haven't quite decided. Just check today's assignment on LMS, but I'm not going to make you do all the way to the end.
What did you say it was? 229?
Right now, we're getting ready to do a problem from 229 to the end. We're going to do a completing the square problem. Is that okay? Thanks, Emmanuel. Have a great day. I'll talk at you later. Okay. We're going to complete the square one. Let's see which one I want to do. Let's do 232. This is the last problem, and then after this, you can cut a trail. But I'll tell you exactly what I want for homework. Okay.
Are we gonna post this on LMS?
No, you're going to post that you did it. You're not going to actually post it. You're just going to be honest with me and tell me that you did it. Okay.
All right.
So I got out my completing this square flow chart. And some of you guys, I know you don't know how to do this. So please stay with me and see if you can figure it out. On the completing the square flow chart, I don't have mine, but I can pretty much remember what it says. Up at the top, it asks, is the left side a PST? How would y'all answer that? Is this a PST?
No.
Then it says rearrange. So that needs to go over there.
Positive 20R, positive 66.
And the 66 needs to go over there. Are y'all good with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the next thing it asks on the flow chart is the coefficient of the squared thing 1?
Nope.
And we say no. And so then it says factor it out. So when I pull 5 out of 5r squared, I'm left with r squared. When I pull 5 out of 20r, I am left with 4r. Y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
Then on the flow chart, it says take half of the thing in front of the r. It says take the thing in front of the r and divide it by 2. What's 4 divided by 2?
2.
And then it says square that.
4.
And then it says put that number in the parentheses. Then it says multiply that times
Add 20
that,
to 66.
and then add 20 over to 66. On the last quiz, I asked the question, what do you add to both sides? And that's what I was looking for. And a lot of you didn't understand what I was asking. So then it says simplify this. What will this become? Here.
This will come 86.
Yep. And then it says factor this by PST. So it's going to be R plus
2.
It's whatever you got when you took half. Zonell is right. It's R plus 2 squared. Okay. Then on the flow chart, it says divide both sides by the number in front. Y'all with me so far? Grayson, you with me? Merrick, you with me?
Yeah.
Chloe, you with me?
Yeah.
Neither you nor Merrick sounded very confident.
Huh.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Do I need to explain anything else for any of you? I'm just following the flow chart. Then it says, take the square root of both sides, remembering to put a plus or minus in front of the right, because there's two square roots. I'm following the flow chart. Okay. What is the square root of r plus 2 squared?
Plus 2.
The square root of r plus 2 squared is r plus 2. Okay. Now over here, it says reduce if possible. Will 86 over 5 reduce?
Nope.
So I got to do the fancy one to get rid of the square root in the denominator. So the square root of 5, to get rid of it, I've got a square root of 5 on the bottom and I got a square root of 5 on the top. Okay. So the square root of 86 times the square root of 5, I use my calculator, and 86 times 5 is 430. The square root of 5 times the square root of 5 is the square root of 25, but the square root of 25 is 5. Do you see how it's now out of the square root? It's not under it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now I write two baby equations. R plus 2 equals.
Wait, since 43 is in the square root thing, don't you make it smaller or whatever?
I'm going to try in just a second.
Okay.
Absolutely. We could do it right now. We might as well. I'm writing my two baby equations, though. All right, Zonell says break down 430. What goes into 430?
2 and then 215.
2 and 215. What goes into 215?
43 times.
Okay.
No.
And 43 is prime, 5 is prime, 2 is prime. So there's nothing to pull out. So I'm just stuck with 430. It looks like something ought to pull out as big a number as that is, but it doesn't. Okay. So now when I solve this, what happens with that 2? It goes right.
The 2 goes to the other side as a -2 every time.
Yep. So now I have this. But y'all, there's something still wrong. I have to have a common
denominator.
So what's the common denominator of 1 and 5?
1.
Common denominator is the smallest thing they both go into. Got to be 5.
-10 over 5.
Yep, -10 over 5. You multiply the 1 by 5, so you got to multiply the 2 by 5. Now, once you've got two pieces with the same denominator, you bring them together. So here's my final answer. -10 plus the square root of 430 over 5, -10 minus the square root of 430 over 5, comma, doodles around them. Okay? Questions about that? All right, let me tell you what I want you to do for me for homework, okay? And you will be, what you'll do is you'll upload, no, you will not upload. You'll just post on LMS under today's assignment that you did it, okay? And then in the morning, you have a test. I'm offering, if you need help, I'm going to upload all these answers tonight, okay? So they'll be there. If you need help before the test tomorrow, I'm going to have an optional Zoom at 9 a.m. in the morning, and I'll have the link on there. So if you have any problems with this homework, that's where you'll go. All right, so let me tell you exactly what I'm holding you accountable for on the homework.
Are we uploading pictures?
No, you're just posting that you did it or you didn't do it or how many you didn't do.
All right.
All right, so here's the problems that I would like you to do for me for homework. I would like you to do 167, 169, 171, 176, 183, 186, 191, 192, 196, 203, 204, 205, 212, and hang on, let me get my papers undiscombobulated. 229, 231, 233. So let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 total. Now the ones we're skipping, you'll have to do before the final exam, but these are the ones for tonight, okay?
All right.
The ones we're skipping, you'll have to do before the final exam, but these are the ones for tonight. So you will post on LMS that you did however many of them you did, okay? And then in tomorrow, log on tomorrow before 9 a.m. I'll have a link if you need the optional Zoom. If you don't need it, you don't have to, but tomorrow you have a test on quadratics. Any questions?
Mm-mm.
All right, I love you. Yes, Merrick?
I said I didn't have any.
Okay. I love you guys. Happy birthday, Grayson. How old are you today? 14 or 15?
15.
15?
Wait, your little boy.
Very
Yes.
good. Happy birthday. I'm sorry that you have to spend it in quarantine, but
It's fine. I love quarantine. So.
you love quarantine.
Yes. I don't have to go
Yes,
anywhere.
ma'am.
All right. I love you guys. I will see you.
That's my brother. Sorry.
I'll see you tomorrow if you choose to optional Zoom.
I'm on a Zoom call too.
Guys, we
I don't care about you.
remember there's a
No
review.
one likes you.
Guys, hush. There's a review session on Saturday from 9 to noon. Don't forget that. And next week we Zoom at 9 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So don't forget. Okay. All right. Love you guys. I'm gonna go upload this for for Emmanuel and Logan and put the assignment up on LMS. Y'all have a great day. Do these 16 problems and post for me. Okie doke.
Okay.
I
Love you guys, and I will see you probably tomorrow or Saturday. All right. Bye.
Bye.
you guys.